What's going on, guys? It's Grinch KD. So today we'll be going over some of the easiest Bommal strategies in my opinion. There's a champion that can solo it, and there's a couple champions that can duo it, and there's a bunch of other champions that can do things really finicky, but I think the 2 or 3 that we're going to mention today are going to be the most easiest. So we'll start with the champions. I'll show you guys who we're talking about. First, in the Bannerlords, Lady Annabelle. I think she's one of the many few solo champions. She does it the easiest though. I know Kyaoku can do it, and I think that Samar Gemcurse can do it, but very, very weird builds and stuff you gotta have. Lady Annabelle, you just put her in regen or immortal, and then you just have her spam her A1, and she can take care of Bommal on the hardest difficulty, provided you have enough stats. You do need to disable this. You don't want her to swap health and then be super low on health and end up dying to one of the bombs. I have had that happen before. When I use her, I disable this skill. I also disable this skill when I use her on the boss, and then I just allow her to smack with her A1 because it does heal her. Each hit heals this champion by 3% of their max HP. So actually, if you smack twice, you're getting a 6% heal on top of the gear that you're using. So she is super duper strong, and she can actually solo the boss. If you use Wukong with her, then the stats you need go even lower. But we will be showing her as a solo and a duo. And then, from the Shadowkin, someone I do not own, but I figure I would mention, Giri. I believe he needs a lot more stats than Lady Annabelle to actually solo. I think you either need like a really high level emergency heal blessing with a blood shield ring or a blood shield accessory. With the blood shield emergency heal, I believe he can actually solo the final stage of Bommal. Not sure. If you guys haven't, give him a try. If you have him and Sun Wukong though, it definitely makes things a lot easier. Sun Wukong helps both of these champions and just makes the runs a lot smoother and just gives you a lot more health because of their passives. And the reason they actually solo is because of these passives. Giri and her both have about the same passive. Heal this champion by 50% of their HP whenever an ally or enemy dies. Both of them have about the same passive, so that's actually what allows them to solo Bommal, is the fact that when the bombs go off, they count as someone dying, and it gives you 50% of your HP, which is crazy. Alright guys, so the Lady Annabelle build that we'll be going into Bommal with is going to be this right here. So take a look, we got Survival Instinct. I don't think the blessing matters that much. In fact, Emergency Heal would be better. Maybe we'll change that. Alright guys, so I don't even have her in regen gear, just triple immortal, and this is the exact same gear I've used basically the entire time I've been doing Bommal, that I've actually been beating the hard mode version. I've been using her to do it with this gear. Before Epic Empowerment came out, I've been beating Doom Tower hard for quite a long time now. So I did have this before Epic Empowerment came out, but now she is +4 because, of course, I was like, I got a +4 for her. She's one of my favorite epics, and I had a bunch of them, so I might as well make my bubble runs easier, right? And you do also need War Master, so these are the masters I'm running. You can see them right here. Here's the tree. And she can actually solo it just fine. Here's the stats. Also, a lot of 5-star gear. We got some 6-star. None of it's ascended very good either, so you can get it. There's a lot more room for stats and blessing improvements. Like, definitely recommend Emergency Heal, definitely recommend Regen Gear. But you can see it's not too specific what you need. 5-star, I got 5-star right there, 5-star right there. 6-star on the boots, of course. 5-star, 5-star, 6-star. She's in mostly 5-star gear, and these these accessories are nothing crazy. Pretty basic accessories. That is a nice banner, but she's not too crazy. Here's her total stats. I don't think anything here is too crazy. Maybe the health is really high because of empowerment, but even then, like I said, that's a lot of 5-star gear. If you got 60% gloves and 60% on the chest piece, plus another 20% on the ascension, you could be going crazy. So just keep that in mind. There is always room for stats, and you're going to see she does it super easily, like ridiculously easy. And then I highly recommend throwing in a speed aura too. So I'm going to grab my low level Deacon, throw him in for the speed aura. It definitely helps out. I'll see you guys when we get to the boss. Alright, we made it to the boss. I'm just going to get my team killed. I do not want her to use her other skills. We just want her to A1 for the healing. Look at that, 3,000 healing. Very nice. Just need our team to die. Uh-oh, another bomb. Oops. She did get stunned, unfortunately. That's okay, though. Okay, we're just going to spam A1s a little bit, since, unfortunately, she did take that stun. As bombs start going off, we can see, we're chilling. We're full health. Alright, guys. And we just let her attack the boss with War Master, and I'll just speed up the run, and you guys can see when it's done. Alright guys, we're coming down to the end of our run here. Almost like a 15-minute run, which is kind of crazy. But she can solo it. You just need to beat it once and get yourself over to Dark Fae. Highly recommend farming Dark Fae this rotation. I don't really farm Bommal, but if you need to get through it, this will definitely get you through it. You know, just sit back and relax and let the magic happen while your Lady Annabelle solos this. There we go. There's our sacred little speed aura to help us out. Holy cow, almost 10 million healing. That's crazy. Obviously, you guys saw she can solo it, so the point of throwing Wukong in there is actually his passive. He's going to constantly heal her. So he goes in with her, he dies, but then he comes back to life, gets a little bit of smacking in. You can run Brimstone or Soul Reap to try and speed it up. I think Brimstone actually makes it faster than Soul Reap does, but I use this guy in Arena and other places, so I do like the Soul Reap. Basically, he comes back to life because she's still alive, and then he just keeps, he's like an extra little bomb going off that heals her, basically. But he also does a little bit of damage to the boss and speeds things up. So basically, you guys saw her solo it. So you can also add in the Wukong if your stats aren't as good. I actually use 2 Wukongs. And this is just to kind of speed things up. Get a couple bombs on before I die. Get the increased attack on before I die so the bombs do a little bit more. But actually, I've got 2 Wukongs. So, you know, they actually are going to heal her even more. If your Lady Annabelle doesn't have enough stats, you can do just 1 Wukong and use the extra healing. Same thing with your Burn Gary. But I got 2 Wukongs just to kind of speed things up, and this one isn't a toxic set. But like I said, you don't even need 1 Wukong. You can solo it. We just showed that. But if you want to, adding Wukong does speed things up. Or if your stats aren't as good, him dying can actually keep you alive still. So this is my main team, and basically this is set up to just kind of get to the boss, do some good damage. And then everybody's going to kind of die after we do get a few bombs on there and do a little bit of damage. And the Wukongs will keep coming back to life and help Lady Annabelle. She is set just to A1. We do not want her using other skills. We don't want her to swap HP with the Wukongs and end up dying to a bomb exploding. Alright guys, we are on the boss. So hopefully we can get a couple bombs off with Nishak. He's not booked, so it's not 100% chance we get any bombs. No increased attack on him, which is nice. Thank you, Wukong. Come on, Nishak, let's get some bombs off. Oh, no, not the stun. Alright, probably won't get any bombs here, but it's alright. We do have Toxic set on the level 50 Wukong, so he's going to speed things up for us by landing those poisons every once in a while. Get a little poison off, perfect. And do a little bit of extra damage. One of those little poison ticks does about half of a War Master, so the 2 turns that it goes on is like having another War Master go off. Kind of nice. Alright guys, so as you can see, you know... Oh no. Oh! I was gonna end it so we didn't use a key. Oopsie. I was gonna end it so we didn't use a key. Forgot about the Soul Reap. But 11 minutes, a little bit faster. Actually, it was our best time record on level 90. Wow. It's kind of funny. So the 2 Wukongs really speeds things up. Basically, there's a couple ways to do this. You can obviously Lady Annabelle solo if your stats aren't as good. Throw in a Wukong. That way you heal a little bit more. And if you've got a second Wukong that you're not using for some reason, throw them in Toxic. It'll speed things up, but I doubt this part applies to most people. But a lot of you guys, if you've been playing the game for a while, I want to say you probably Wukong is probably not more than like a year old, I want to say. I think if you've been playing the game for about a year, I think you should have Wukong. So you're probably getting to the point where you might be doing hard Bommal. So definitely consider a Lady Annabelle or a Burn Gary and Wukong versus Bommal. Definitely can help you out. Like we said earlier, there's a lot of room to grow on these stats. Probably go Blood Shield and Emergency Heal on your Blessing. And Blood Shield on one of your accessories. And then you get more 6-star gear or regen gear. Because like I said, we are triple immortal. So that definitely doesn't give us as much healing. And just have her spam A1s with the War Master that whole time, and you guys will be just fine. So hopefully you guys are searching for a little Bommal help. Hopefully this video helps you. Hopefully you have these epics. If not, the video probably didn't apply to you. We'll show the builds as well. Here's the Wukong build, skills, masteries, Lady Annabelle. There's the masteries, your skills, and your gear, and then the other Wukong. Just 4 pieces of toxic. So in this video we went over the solo. And then obviously, I didn't think I really needed to show it, but obviously if she could solo it, then combined they can duo it, but I just wanted to show you guys my main team. And then if I haven't said it enough already, just make sure when you actually fight Bommal to set a preset team, disable this skill and disable this skill. You don't want her swapping health with one of the Wukongs and end up dying to one of the bombs, because it can happen. So when you get to Bommal, just have her spam this A1 the entire time. Your Wukongs, I think they can do whatever. It doesn't really matter what they do. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this helped. I'll see you in the next one. Good luck with Bommal. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. Peace out.